Good evening and welcome to Wolfe County High School for some esports action this afternoon. Today's matchup features the Wolfe County Wolves Blue versus Wayne County High School. So this is a preseason matchup here, and we're going to take a look at our champ selection. So let's transition over here to our champ selection. And looks like the Wolves Blue is on the blue side here. And we have a Malafite, Jax, Zerath, Misfortune, and Tarek. And looks like Wayne County has went with a Renekton, Malazar, Vigar, a Nasus, and a Pantheon. So interesting matchup here. This is a blind pick matchup, so it was not a ban phase type deal like we're accustomed to. But we're going to get started here in just a few minutes. We have a spectator delay, so we're going to take a look at our starting lineup. And today's lineup includes senior Logan Creech in the top lane, senior Jeremy McKinney in the bot lane running ADC. We have senior Dylan Profit as his support. In the mid lane, we have senior Cameron Caskey. And in the jungle, we have senior Matt Riley. Now we also want to take this time to thank our wonderful esports sponsors, Appalachian Wireless, Mountain Telephone, Licking Valley Rural Electric, Farmers and Traders Bank of Campton, Whitaker Bank of Campton, and Sweetheart by Stephanie of Campton, Kentucky. So we want to thank all of our sponsors. We're going to go back here to our champion selection screen while we wait on the spectator delay. Now, for those of you out there watching, we would appreciate if you would hit that like button and the subscribe button here on our YouTube channel. We appreciate all of our friends and family and community for supporting our esports team this season. This is the final preseason matchup before the regular season starts next week. Now, we don't have a schedule out yet, but we do know we will play next Tuesday at 4 p.m. So, we are a minute away from the loading screen to start this matchup here between the Wolves Blue and Wayne County. So I'm joined here by assistant coach Will Hurst. Mr. Hurst, what do you think about the upcoming matchup here?
So that's an interesting team comp that they've got going on here. Wolfe County Blue going very traditional with 80 carry mid, Jungle Jacks, all pretty solid picks for each of them. They're all really comfortable on those champions.
Surprising to see the Renekton and Nasus pick. Those are typically two top laners.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see what they're going to do because theoretically Nasus and Pantheon can both jungle. Renekton, it's sort of weird to see the heal run on him. That'll definitely hurt him early game. But it'll be interesting to see what they've got going on with that team comp.
Okay, we're going to transition here to our League of Legends match. So thank you for joining us for this pregame match. And we should be back here any moment as the screen transitions to the loading screen. I want to thank everybody again for joining us today. I'll go over in a minute. I just want to be with them, you know. That's all.
So we're seeing a new pick for Zanali there in the mid lane with Zerath. You can see he doesn't have any mastery points on Zerath. Trying him out. Zerath is a very good long-range champion for the mid lane. It's sort of hard to bully him out of lane because he can farm from so far back, and he has a lot of safety. And his ult has a very long range.
Okay, we are in the matchup here as we see the Wolves Blue coming out of the bottom left corner as they make their way for the jungle here. And Logan, for some reason, is still lingering there in the base. All right, and he takes off now. Trying to make up a decision early on, apparently.
Making sure he gets those route items in.
Absolutely. And we see an invade by the blue team. Looks like they're going up and going to try to push in on Wayne County. I wonder if it's going to pay off here.
So it looks like they're going to invade that blue buff, but nobody from Wayne County is going to be on it. They're going to be starting red. That's sort of interesting here. From that team comp, it's sort of hard with the way that they queued up with their champions. It's kind of hard to predict which buff, but it looks like Wolfe County is probably going to secure this blue buff early on.
And Wayne County has no idea. They do not see this this attack here on their own turf here.
Yep, looks like Wayne County is just sitting in lane, and they have their Nasus up there in the jungle ready to take that with Renekton to help him out.
And 10 seconds until the minions spawn, or to the buff spawn, so we are going to see a Wolves Blue here with a steal more than likely.
Yeah, this is going to be really good early on for them. It's going to give them a pretty big lead for the first couple minutes. With Matt being able to steal that blue buff there, that means he can give the blue buff on their side to the mid laner, Cameron. So we should see them capitalize on this lead here early on. Looks like Wayne County secures their first buff as Wolfe County secures theirs. It looks like Nasus is going to rotate down to the Raptors here on his side. He's not going to try for that blue in So we're going to see move down here to the bot lane and see what's going on with them. The Vygar Pantheon, that's a little bit unorthodox, but that could be pretty scary. Vygar and Pantheon both have really good poke, but they'll need to watch their mana. Vygar and Pantheon both run out of mana pretty quickly in the early game. And Misfortune and Tarek, that's a pretty good sustained bot lane. They've got plenty of heals, and they don't have to have a ton of mana to push them out. And it looks like we're seeing Cameron bully out his Malzahar opponent in the mid lane pretty early on. And all of the lanes for Wolfe County pushed. Top lane, not pushed too awful much, but Logan doing a good job keeping that Renekton zone. Renekton is much stronger early game than Malphite, and Logan's doing a pretty good job keeping up in farm and keeping that lane from being pushed under tower. So we see the Tarek stun come off in the bot lane. We see Wayne County pop its heal down there. A little bit of retaliation, but the poke definitely going in the favor of Wolfe County here. Pantheon is definitely an early game champion. He starts to fall off after mid game though. Vygar, however, the longer the match goes, the better Vygar is going to be. And we see Cameron bullying out Malzahar in the mid lane again. Doesn't look like he's going to pick up the kill, but Malzahar is going to have to back if he doesn't want to die. One more engage like that, and he's done for. So looks like we're going to see Jeremy and Dylan get their minions pushed under tower, and then maybe a fight from the two junglers here. Nasus trying to take that blue buff. Cameron and Logan both rotating. Great team communication here to get that first blood on that Nasus in the jungle. And then they're going to still secure that blue buff of theirs. A really big pickup there for the Wolves blue team. Really capitalizing in on that early invade. All that happened because of that early invade that they did at level 1. Looks like Vygar is going to have to burn his flash, so both the summoners taken down here for Wayne County on their champions. And Cameron continuing to push that Malzahar in lane. Can he pick up the kill here? It looks like with the auto, Cameron is going to secure that kill mid. And then Matt coming into jungle, coming out of the jungle here in top lane. It looks like he and Logan should be able to pick up this kill on Renekton here. So a 3-0 early lead, already 2,000 gold lead at 4.5 minutes in for Wolfe Blue. This game is looking pretty good for them. Pantheon trying to poke out the Misfortune, but almost no damage coming from that Q there. He's going to have to really back and buy some lethality for him to be able to do something with her. It looks like Jeremy and Dylan are going to keep this bot lane pushed under their tower and make it hard for Vigar and Pantheon to get farm. So let's go in here and check on the item difference and the farm. So it looks, let's switch around the lanes here really quick. So it looks like Jeremy is really out farming that Vigar in the bot lane. And here we go. We have the Renekton going in on Logan here. He gets away though. Really good poke coming from Renekton, but Logan getting out of there pretty easily. So the farm top lane is pretty even. Matt out farming in the jungle and with 2 assists. He's definitely got a substantial gold lead here. You can see that with the extra item in his inventory. Cameron actually getting out farmed, but him securing that kill is going to keep him in the lead here in mid lane. And in bot lane, the farm difference is very substantial between Jeremy and Dylan and the Vigar and Pantheon on Wayne County's team. Jeremy's doing a really good job farming down here. He likes Miss Fortune a lot, and she is really strong in this patch. Looks like we're going to see the Renekton engage pretty hard here. Logan's going to have to back off because of that minion wave. He's taking too much damage from those minions. Easily clears it, though, with that auto. And now he's free to engage back in on that Renekton, which he'll want to wait for his shield to come up, which is Malphite's passive, to help block some of that initial damage from Renekton. But looks like we're going to see an engage from Cameron here in the mid lane. Gets a couple good stuns off. He's going to ult. Let's see if he can pick up the ult here. And that is one of the best things about Xerath is you can ult and hit anybody from halfway across the map. And so he uses that to secure the kill here. But it looks like the entire Wolves blue team is doing very well overall. Nasus, we may see. Looks like he's going to have to back off those Raptors before he gets executed. And Nasus executed by the Raptors. He tried to stay too long in the jungle. He's got to back and buy some items. So we see a 2-0 lead in the top lane in kills and a 2-0 lead in the mid lane on kills. But then we see the Renekton come in with the ultimate, just too much for Logan to overcome here. But they're going to change that top kill, the death in top lane from Logan. They're going to secure a dragon off of that. And Cameron's going to push the mid lane here and get some of these plays. So here we have Cameron getting engaged on pretty hard, pulling the ult from the Malzahar. Gets a lot of damage off, but Cameron's going to back here and be safe, it looks like. Or he could use that range of Xerath. One more ability, and that Malzahar is done, but Cameron knows he doesn't need to stay too long and be greedy. So instead of giving up the kill, he's going to finish this wave up, farm it out, and then back and get some items. Then in the bot lane, we see Dylan getting some of this farm here, waiting on Jeremy to get back to lane, and Vigar not really engaging on him. Tarek is very hard to kill the entire game. He's very tanky. So looks like Cameron may get caught out here. And Cameron gets caught out. He stayed too long, was a little bit too greedy. And the Malzahar jumps in, and Nasus coming down to help and secures that kill for them. So Malzahar catching up in the kills. He's 1-2 now. Cameron 2, 1-1. But Cameron is now in the lead in farm, so he is definitely still winning lane. But he doesn't need to get too overconfident there. Looks like Wolf Blue overall doing very well. Jeremy doing really well farming in the bot lane here. It's hard for Vigar and Pantheon to stop Miss Fortune from farming. She outranges them both, and she can do a lot more damage in the early game than those two. Oh, Vigar landing the stun, getting some big burst off on Jeremy. But Dylan answers with the stun on Pantheon. Not going to get too much out of that, though, other than... Oh, and Jeremy takes Pantheon down to half HP. Just when you think that that Wayne County got away, Jeremy engages right back in. They're going to get a couple plates here, it looks like. Vigar and Pantheon can't do too much about it. Then Cameron getting some good poke off in the mid. Jeremy avoiding that stun this time. Doing a really good job here. Pantheon and Vigar may be overstaying a little bit. Then Cameron getting a ton of damage off on this on this Malzahar. So it looks like Jeremy and Dylan are going to push in for a couple more plates here. And maybe if this Pantheon overstays, they can dive him. But Pantheon, knowing the strength, he's going to play it pretty safe and stay back. Dylan, or Logan rather, getting caught up in the top lane with the gank. Nasus can't really do too awful much though. Logan getting some really good damage off though. Cameron's starting to get poked out. It looks like we're going to see Matt rotate up from the jungle, see if they can bait something. Matt's going to jump in on the Xerath. Cameron with the long-range ult, though, looks like he's going to secure that kill. That was a really good bait by Cameron and some good communication with Matt coming up from the jungle to secure that kill on the Malzahar that thought he was safe. So it looks like both teams are not warding too awful much. You've got a couple wards in top and bot lane. And as I say that, Nasus finds one of the vision wards, or the sight wards in the mid lane, takes that out. But Jeremy and Dylan down here in the bot are probably going to take this turret on the next wave. Vigar ulting and not doing much at all to Dylan. And looks like Pantheon wasting his ult too. And they land the stun, Misfortune ult. It's going to shred that Vigar. They're going to be able to push this lane and take that turret. And if Pantheon overstays, they can definitely secure that kill pretty easily. So looks like Logan going in pretty hard with the ultimate on Renekton. And they're going to fight it out here. It looks like Logan's going to be able to secure that kill. And Logan secures the kill. And Jeremy and Dylan take that tower in the bot lane. So very good teamwork on both sides of the map. Securing objectives and kills. Then we're going to see Dylan land the stun, but Malzahar blocking the spell. But they're going to secure a blue buff out of that anyway. Looks like Jeremy's going to back and buy some items and spend some of that gold they got from destroying that tower and that kill there in bot lane. We're going to see, we see Wayne County top lane teleporting in that Renekton. Going to catch Logan out. Logan's going to get caught out here if he doesn't realize and move out from under the tower. The Renekton's going to ult. Logan's going to hit him with the slow and try to get out. Now we have the Malzahar trying to engage on Cameron, but his damage is just too much. And Malzahar's going to try to get away. Cameron, not enough in the tank on the ultimate. So Malzahar gets away with a little bit of help from the Nasus. But looks like Cameron's going to lay some heavy poke down on that Nasus, and they might try to turn this into taking a couple plates there on that mid turret. Malzahar walking all the way back to lane to be safe and not get his recall interrupted or die. And here we see the Wolfe County blue team taking this Ocean Drake. So that is going to be the second Drake for Wolfe Blue. And at 13 minutes, we see about an 8,000 gold lead for Wolfe County. And they have 2 dragons. And the kill is 7-2. And we see a pretty hard engage here in the top lane and in the bot lane. 2 big fights going on. Looks like Tarek's going to try to solo these two with Misfortune and Jax coming in behind. If he can land this stun, they can secure probably 1 good kill here. He landed 2 with that. Great. And then secure with the ult by Jeremy on both of those, securing that double kill. Looks like Cameron's trying to poke this Malzahar out of lane. He's doing a really good job. Looks like the top lane is backing off as well as the Nasus rotating down mid. So let's see what we can get going here. It looks like the Wolves Blue are all starting to rotate there on that mid turret to try to secure that and maybe try to push that bot turret out to get a response so they can take 1 or the 2. We see Logan pushing that top lane as far as he can with no minions left. He's going to have to back off here and start to farm and fight this Renekton again. So the Renekton's going to ult and go in on Logan, but he's not going to do too awful much. Logan can outrun him, and he's got his slows. So we see pretty good poke coming off, and Wolfe County destroying that turret. Looks like they're going to be able to take out this Vigar, secure the kill, and they may push out this bot lane tower right here. So we've got Logan with Renekton going in pretty hard, but Logan just not taking any damage. And looks like he's going to secure that kill on Renekton there.
Walker's turn ball.
Then looks like Cameron is going to secure that kill.
It's pushing so hard here on this bot lane. I mean, Wayne County is really struggling to do much with this trio here in bot lane.
Yeah, with Xerath and Misfortune there. Ooh, but the Vygar getting the pickup. They may have stayed just a little bit too long. But looks like they're going to capitalize on that. Cameron's going to take out that Vygar, and looks like they're going to try to push out this tower.
The range of him, he just has such range with that attack.
Yeah, Xerath, that is definitely the best part about him. He can kill you and not even be on your screen. Then they come in and blow up that Malzahar. Looks like they're going to push this inhib. They don't really have anybody there but Pantheon to answer. So it's going to be hard for him to answer these three because they all three have quite a few kills, good farm, and they're pretty fed at this point. So it looks like they're going to go back in on this spot, and the damage coming from Cameron. So they secure both those kills there and take the inhib. Looks like they're going to try to push to end the game here with this. Let's see if they have the minion wave. It's going to be a close one. Looks like they're going to have to back off a little bit just because the minions spawned for Wayne County. And this Malzahar, he definitely isn't doing too well, but you've got to be careful with the damage that Malzahar can do. He's really strong right now. But Cameron poking back with that long-range Q ability that he's got. And Jeremy ulting and just shredding the enemy team. Picking up 3 kills there. They should, as soon as they get a minion wave, they've got a super minion wave coming right now. They should be able to secure the game right here.
Yeah, Wolfe County doing a great job here of playing as a team and relying on each of their strengths to pull them through in this matchup. As Wayne County making one last stand here as Wolfe County moves in on their base.
Looks like Cameron is trying to ult here and get some damage off to that Pantheon so they can go on this tower without too much resistance. Looks like they're going to focus that second Nexus turret. Logan's going to come in and ult and keep them off the Wolfe County team.
Both towers fall.
Logan goes down for it, but they turn it around. They get 1 kill on the Renekton. Second on the Pantheon. Looks like they're going to grab the Vygar. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty easy secure here for Wolfe County. And they're going to take down that Malzahar at the very end and secure this Nexus and get the victory.
So the Wolves Blue is victorious against Wayne County. We will be back momentarily for our player of the game. We're going to do something different here as well. I'm going to pull up the post-game stats screen. So what we can see here is the stats from that game. And impressive work all around here for Wolves Blue, as we see Dylan there with 13 assists, and Cameron and Jeremy both coming away with 8 and 9 kills respectively. And in the jungle, Matt coming away with 9 assists, and Logan in the top lane with 4 kills and 3 assists. So great job all around. We're going to talk to our co-players of the game, Cameron Caskey and Jeremy McKinney. So welcome, gentlemen. You all want to sit down here? Go ahead. Congratulations, guys. What are your thoughts on the matchup there?
It's pretty fun.
It was a pretty fun match.
It was an interesting game. It was a very short game.
Yeah, close to our record.
So this was the 3rd preseason scrimmage. Do you all feel like excited for this upcoming season?
Oh yeah,
Pretty excited.
I'm ready for it.
Be fun.
What was the biggest thing about that last matchup? When was the turning point when you knew that you had the win?
Very beginning.
So we want to thank all of our viewers out there, guys. We appreciate everybody supporting our esports team here and stuff. We're going to be signing off. Guys, you want to say goodbye?
Thank you.
All
Bye.
right. And one more look here at the stats for Wolves Blue versus Wayne County. We will be back next week for our first regular season matchup. We will see you then.